Now we're back to learning CSS. You can also use images and therefore pattern to create your borders. I've imported a pattern image into our img folder. It's a PNG. We're going to use this as an example. First we need a container, an element to add a border to. I'll make it a div container and I'll type in some text. By default it doesn't have a border, so it looks like plain text. I'll add a class of border to it, and now we can select that in CSS. So dot border, curly brackets, and inside we'll add the default property border, 2 pixels, solid, black. Black is the default color, but it doesn't really matter in our case because it's going to get overwritten. Let me add a padding so that it's a little bit bigger, and this is where we want to start. I can delete the black part. As I've said, it's going to get overwritten anyway, but it's also the default color for a border. 2 pixels and solid is actually important for a border image, but it's not added via the border property, it's added via the border minus image property. As a value, we'll use the URL. In brackets, we have an img folder, so img/ and then the name of the file, pattern. It was a PNG, so we need .png. If I refresh that, we can already see something has happened. Problem is we can't really see it yet, and that's because we need a numerical value for, let's call it the cutoff. We make that a bit bigger, 20 pixels. I get rid of this number. We can see the pattern right here, but it's very, very small. We have two options. We can use stretch and round, but at this size, it doesn't make a difference. So let me size that up by using the numerical value, and there's a percentage value. So 100 would give us a pattern like this. 10 would create a different cutoff. So it basically uses 10% of the image, and then it places it as the border. 100 uses it as the full image. Now let's go back to round and stretch. There is a difference to it. Round will basically repeat the pattern, while stretch, you can see that here, it stretches it so that it fills your border. What you normally want is a round, something like this, and 100%, and then you've got your pattern applied to your border. Again, I add the color. This is not visible even if I make it red. It's going to get overwritten. But only because of the order. So if I put the image right here, the border property would override it, and now we have a red border. So keep the order in mind when you create that. Add the image after the border property, and then you should be good. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.